So it's Tuesday evening. It's just after 7:30 and I am doing my first run of the week. I took yesterday off. I just had a pretty big mileage weekend. Just a lot of running, a lot of traveling. So I decided to take yesterday off. My body definitely appreciated that, but we're gonna get out and do a run tonight. And originally I was gonna wake up this morning and do a speed workout, but I was so tired I could not get out of bed. Is that an excuse? Sure, but it was a very long day of work. Yeah, we're still gonna get a run done this evening. So compromise is we're gonna get out and do 6 miles and hopefully get the speed workout done another day this week. So despite being tired, still gonna get out, gonna do this 6 miles on the road, chill, easy, zone 2. Let's do it. 6.5 miles done. I actually ended up feeling really good despite going into that feeling pretty tired. So first run of the week is done. Leaving that completed on a good note. So really happy with that. Gonna shower and tomorrow we got a nice little trail run first thing in the morning. So I'll see you bright and early for some trail miles. So it is Wednesday morning. I just got to the trailhead and we are gonna be doing an 12 mile trail run today. You know, a good little mid-distance, midweek run, getting some time out on trail. Should be about, 1,700 feet of elevation gain. It's a little muggy, but nice and cool this morning. It's about 8:15. So we are gonna hop on trail, see how the legs are feeling today. Halfway through this and about to start the bigger climb, but it's so hot today. Really humid, and I am just not used to the humidity. Seems like we might get some cloud cover or a little bit more than what we've been having, and perhaps some wind, but yeah, not feeling my best, but we're out here doing it, so we continue on. Let's do it. Oh my God, that was brutal. That was so hard. It was so humid and I am so not used to this humidity. And it's probably not even that humid relative to like somewhere in the Northeast or Southeast United States. But damn, I am like sweating profusely. And that's how you know it's humid in Colorado, when like your sweat doesn't evaporate. Like I am soaked right now and that was pretty brutal. I really need some more electrolytes and I desperately need to shower. I smell rancid. So yeah, I need to get home and then go to work, but we got the midweek trail run done. Did not look at the weather before that. Didn't expect it to be that hot. So at least we got Wednesday's run done and we got out on trail, which is much better than being at the office. So time to head home, get ready, and go to work for the day.
So it is now Friday, June 27th. It's 6:10 a.m. and I am heading out of here. And you're like, where is here? Well, I'm actually staying in a hotel. And this weekend, I'm doing a whole bunch of High Lonesome scoping, reconning, just checking out different pieces and parts of the course, which are each going to have their own separate video. So getting started today, I am going to be doing a 14er, which is kind of part of the High Lonesome course. Not the actual summit, but a good chunk of the trail I'm doing today. So I figure it's a good day to get up, get some vert in, get to pretty high altitude, and just enjoy some of the incredible High Lonesome course. That to be said, I did not run yesterday just because of travel and work, and knowing this weekend was going to be huge. So my hope is just to have a good, strong hike up and try to enjoy the run down. I'm not going to ramble too much, but I'm going to just kind of show some snippets of today. I'll pop in and check in here in a little bit, but we'll see you out on the trail.
So today's effort Should be about 15 miles, 15 to 16, I don't know. And just over 5,000 feet of elevation gain. So pretty solid way to start the weekend. Getting started, pretty much just going up. So probably gonna be a lot of hiking today. Should be pretty good weather, but ideally I'd like to have this done by 1 p.m. I don't know, 1:30. So we'll see what we can do. Today's run, Friday's run, there's a few reasons why I'm doing it. So the last few weekends I've been traveling and rolling in pretty late on a Thursday night and trying to wake up super early after driving for hours. It just feels really rough the next day. And I feel like I just kind of set myself up for a tough time mentally and physically. And given I'm trying to run Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I thought, what's a good way to kind of kick off the weekend? A summit. Part of the reason was just kind of not having to wake up super early to get a super long run done and hopefully being able to recover just a little bit so I can have a good time on my long run tomorrow. Secondary to that, I thought in this particular instance, since the Mount Antero or the climb to Antero Pass happens before tomorrow's run in the course, might be nice to kind of hit tomorrow's long run with a little bit of climbing already on the legs. See how we do, see how we fare. And the same thing with Sunday. Just like arrive to that section of the High Lonesome course. Now very fatigued, very tired, and see how we do. So that was kind of my thought. So I'm not just like drained the whole weekend, but I also thought it'd be good to kind of get used to working at altitude again. We're about 2 miles in, 1,000 feet of climbing. About 4,000 more to go. So it's 9:30, 5 miles in, 3,000 feet of climbing done, and we are officially in the Alpine. It's pretty toasty up here. It's looking pretty good, so I'm hoping within the next hour I'll be on the summit. I do anticipate it being pretty steep over the next 2.5, 3 miles. Still don't know how long this truly is going to be to the summit, so I suppose we'll find out. But so far, I'm pretty much just climbing as well as I can on the climbs and then just trying to run any flats that I see just to really try to wake the body and mind up into like, okay, let's do a little work today. John G. Zephyr Runner. As I'm getting closer to the summit, it's getting a little windy, a little bit more chilly and exposed, so throwing on just like a light little windbreaker to help try to keep me warm. If you are in need of a little packable jacket, click the link in the description. Use my code MountainHighLife for 10% off your order. Thank you so much to John G for partnering with me, believing in the channel, and making the best running apparel. So summit is right over yonder, so we have just a little ways to go. Definitely won't be running like any of that, so just got to keep climbing, drinking water, and moving forward. Off the summit, off the saddle, starting to descend into the basin. Feeling pretty good so far. It seems like the weather and clouds have just kind of stayed away, which is such a blessing. It's been such a beautiful morning out here in the mountains, so feeling very grateful for that. All in all, feeling pretty good and ready to just kind of rock this descent of single track, and hopefully it's flowy, fun, and we find a good little rhythm getting down back to the car. Friday run is complete. 16 miles, but we climbed 5,800 feet, so 5,800 feet. Took me 4 hours. It took me about 5 hours, so that was super solid. I'm so glad I was able to get out and enjoy just an epic day summiting a 14er. It was a beautiful day. It got pretty hot once I got below tree line, but so what I have to do now is run to the store. I need to go pick up a few gallons of water, some Gatorade, and a box fan or like a battery operated fan, some sort of fan to create current in my hotel room so I can sleep a little bit better. So that to be said, I'm gonna get on out of here and I will either check in with you later or I will see you when it's time to get ready for tomorrow, Saturday's long run. Here we are, day 2, 5:30. We're here to get it done, so let's go do this long run. Alrighty, so we're 3 miles into Saturday's run, and the plan for today is to do an out and back of a section of the High Lonesome course I'm probably the most nervous for, mainly just because I know I'm probably going to be running it through the night, so I want to get familiar with it, give myself an idea of what to expect. 7 miles in, about 2 hours in, we're just shy of that, and I'm moving pretty good, feeling pretty good despite yesterday's big climb, so really stoked. We keep on chugging right along. "16 miles in, just had a snack. It's time to turn around and climb up that pass behind me. And yeah, 16 miles back to Monarch. Let's do it." About 3 o'clock. We have about 4.5 miles left, so should be wrapping up here shortly. I'm out of water, which is just so awesome. But I mean, all in all, I feel pretty good, even despite being dehydrated. So I'm just gonna try to make it back. Hopefully, just uneventful. Okay, I'm about 1.5 miles out. I'm alive. Check out this view. But I'm taking it very easy. I just want to make it back safe with functioning kidneys. So yeah, this was the dumbest thing I've ever done. Not ever, but it's one of the dumber things I've done in a very long time. So I got this view. It's done. Saturday long run done. It ended up being, I can say with certainty it was 32 miles. I don't know how much I won't know until I get back to my hotel room. So, but yeah, Saturday long run done. That puts us to about, so that was 34, 32, 66 miles for the week, I believe. So it is now Sunday. It's the last day of peak week. So I am heading out of here. I just packed up my whole room and now I just have a few more bags to bring out and we're gonna get out of here and get this final run of the week done. I'm excited, a little nervous. I feel a little tired. I have a little aches and pains, but the name of the game for today's final run of the week is just slow. Well, I guess just steady. Just trying to feel good and just getting a run done on tired legs. I am going to be checking out one final piece of the High Lonesome course that I really wanted to take a minute to check out before race day. So I'm gonna head down there. Let's get out of here at 7:15 and we have some running to do. Today, doing a lot of listening to my body. If I need to walk or climb, Diva, we are walking it. I am here to just kind of check out this section of the course, but not kill myself. There is about, I don't know, 2,500 feet of climbing, so we'll see how we feel. But so far it seems to be on some road, which it kind of seems like it's going to be like that for a good bit. It seems like it follows this little creek. I guess we'll see. Like I said, really just trying to put out a good steady effort. Not fast, just steady. Run on some tired legs. About 6 miles in, we're at probably the steepest part of this climb. Legs feel pretty good. Not as tired as I would have thought, so pretty happy with that. Got about a mile more till we turn around. So all in all, doing pretty good. Alright, so we reached our turnaround point at about 7 miles. A little bit steeper of a climb than I was expecting, but really good for getting familiar with the High Lonesome course. It's maybe 9:15. Not sure how long this is going to take me, but very runnable other than the slip and slide, so we'll just try to run what we can. Okay, that feels so good. Just, legs, spirit, all of it. Sunday run is done. 14 miles, 2,600 feet of climbing. This has been such a solid week. I am so stoked on it. I feel so grateful for the opportunity to have come and explored and scoped out different sections of the High Lonesome course. And I'm leaving this week and this weekend feeling very comfortable and confident and just getting very excited to toe the start line, feeling like it's less of a scary beast and more of a adventure I'm ready to embark on. So I do have a few more things I'm going to kind of leave this video off with, but we'll talk about stats and all of that later. As I've been saying this whole video, if you do want to see a little bit more in depth about some of the adventures I did this weekend, don't forget to subscribe because there will be individual videos for Friday, Saturday, and today's run. So all that to be said, I'm going to throw it to me in the future and we'll do a quick little outro for you. So we capped off this week of running with 80 miles, 17,900 feet of vertical gain, and over 19 hours of time on feet, which is just incredible. And this is my highest volume week of training ever. Have I had weeks with more mileage? Yes, but not even anything close to this much vertical gain in a week. And I am so proud of myself and so stoked about that. And so walking away from this week, I feel pretty darn good. All in all, I feel like I put in really good work, and I think now more than ever, I am feeling more mentally and physically prepared to toe the start line here of the High Lonesome 100 in 2.5 weeks. There's no doubt that this week of training was massive in regards to volume with mileage and vertical gain, but I know my body, I know my limits, and I don't think I pushed it too crazy for myself. And I think ultimately this was a great opportunity to train at altitude and really get my body, legs, and mind ready for the vertical gain of 23,500 feet that I will be pushing on race day, as well as getting used to moving and working really hard at high altitude and on that specific terrain. And so as I am kind of getting ready to start my taper here this upcoming Monday, and after having the opportunity to preview nearly 70 miles of the High Lonesome course, now more than ever, to get this race started. So as far as my training goes for the month of July, I have some fun plans this upcoming weekend, but my taper will officially start, like I said, Monday, July 7th. And I'm just mainly going to be focusing on getting some good nights of sleep, doing some really good quality running, focusing on quality over quantity in particular, dialing in my nutrition and hydration, and most importantly, making my final preparations for race day. And looking forward towards the future, once I hopefully cross that finish line of the High Lonesome course, I honestly have no expectations for my training. And the reason for that is after Never Summer last year, I think I just had an expectation of how long recovery was going to take. And given the fact that I have never run 100 miles, I haven't even really come close. The most I've ever done is like 66 miles. I have no idea what recovery is going to look like. So by alleviating any expectations from my body or my mind, I am just kind of giving myself a little bit of time throughout the remainder of July to just ease back into everything and just kind of find my own rhythm and groove following the race. And that to be said, without having really any set expectation of, what running is going to look like for the remainder of the month, I am really excited that I was able to capture some additional footage of the High Lonesome course to share with you all from this week of training and what I was able to run this past weekend. So I'm not going to feel a ton of pressure to, get back out there and film, which is a good segue into kind of some expectations I want to set for the month of July and kind of following the race. So content for the month of July. Although I'm going to be uploading over the next few weeks, a lot of the videos I share will be pre-recorded. As many of you know, and as you've seen from this video in particular, I have dedicated so much time and soul to this race, and leading up to the race, I really want to give myself the opportunity to focus in and dial in all the logistics that are within my control. And that to be said, I just want to be as prepared as possible for race day. So long story short is I will still be uploading, but it's going to be a lot of pre-recorded content, and I'm going to be focusing on race day leading up to the race. I am just, like I said, feeling as prepared as I possibly could want to be at this point in time, both mentally and physically, thinking about the person I was a year ago, getting ready for Never Summer versus the runner I am today. I am just so proud of myself, and it has been such an honor and privilege to share so much of this journey with you all. So I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. If you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching. I genuinely had so much fun filming this week of training and being able to share all the little bits and pieces of the High Lonesome course and the little tasters of some of the videos to come here on the channel for you soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much to Jonji for partnering with me. Please don't forget to click the link in the description. Use my code MountainHighLife for 10% off your order. I want you to feel comfortable on all of your runs, and you will certainly find that comfort, coolness, and just swag in any Jonji apparel that you purchase. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope you get out on some trail today, and I will see you in my next adventure. Bye.